Students, I think you are hale and hearty by the grace of Almighty. Uh, in accordance to your uh, online class, I am going to take your class on English second paper. It is a very important topic today. I would like to discuss with you that is verb. You know, at this very pandemic situation, you are somewhat out of your class, and in order to continue your class, we have to take your online classes. Actually, nothing can be stopped in this situation. Pandemic has prevailed everywhere, and we cannot do our normal work. In order to keep your safety, in order to maintain your safety, you have to remain at your home and continue your study through distance learning, and that is why we are taking our classes. You have to be more attentive to your study at this very situation, as you cannot be present in your class physically. From distance, we have to continue our normal work, normal study, and one thing you should keep in your mind, that you have to remain safe. You have to keep your family members safe, maintaining the health rules that has been already spread everywhere. I already told to you that you have to wash your hands again and again, and you have to wear mask whenever you will come out of your home for unavoidable circumstances, for unavoidable necessity. You have to maintain all these rules, and you have to make your life safe. And today, just try to continue your study through distance learning. This is very important topic, that is verb. Without verb, we cannot form a sentence. You know, verb is the most important parts of speech in English. In my previous class, I told you about the necessity of parts of speech, importance of parts of speech in your learning, in your grammar, and in order to continue your grammatical rules, in order to continue your grammatical items and learn the grammatical items, you have to know the uses of parts of speech. And there are some topics in your syllabus that are directly connected to the verb, that is right from verb. You can also think about the class. You can also think about the completing sentence and transformation. And another grammatical item, that is narration, is also dependent on verb. So before starting these grammatical items, you have to know the classification and uses of verbs in very accurately, very concernedly. So let us discuss about verb. I think if you are attentive, more attentive, you will be very much benefited to know about different types of verbs. Topic: classification of verb. You know, what is verb? At first, you have to know what is verb. Verb is an action word that means doing something. Verb denotes the motion or doing any work in our everyday life. So, verb is an action word. And you know, there are different types of verbs, but we don't know what are the uses of these verbs. In order to write a sentence, we need a finite verb. At first, you have to know the classification of verbs. There are different types of classification of verbs in different books, in different ways. I have made a diagram. I have made a system by which you can understand the classification of verbs. Verb, mainly two types: finite verb and non-finite verb. Without a finite verb, you cannot make an accurate sentence. Finite and non-finite verb. Do you know the difference between these two types of verbs? Actually, finite verb. What is finite verb? If you understand the finite verb, you will easily understand the non-finite verb. I have written a sentence for you for understanding the two types of verbs. The book kept on the table seems nice. The book kept on the table seems nice. This is a sentence. There are a lot of words in the sentence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 words in the sentence. And there are two verbs you can find in the sentence. Kept and then seems. These are the two verbs that are used in the sentence. Do you know which one is finite verb in the sentence? Kept. The book kept on the table seems nice. টেবিলের উপর রাখা বইটা সুন্দর দেখাচ্ছে. This is the Bengali meaning of the sentence. And this I have underlined two words in the sentence. Kept and seems are two verbs. What is finite verb? You have to understand at first. You have to know the definition of finite verb. Actually, finite verb is a verb that expresses that denotes the tense of the sentence. We can finite verb is changed according to the number, person, and tense of the sentence. Can you understand? Can you tell me what type of tense has been used in the sentence? You know, seems. Seems a word that has after the word s has been added. Base or root form of the word is seems. You can at first I told you previously that tense is also important to understand any grammar. And what type of in which type of tense s or es is added after the verb? You know. I think you know, and it is in present indefinite tense where the s or es are added after the verb if the subject is third person singular. And then find out the subject in the sentence. The book seems nice. We can say we can avoid the phrase here. The book seems nice is a sentence. It expresses the complete meaning of the speaker. So we can say seems is the finite verb. Why? There are some reasons. Being seems as a finite verb, s has been added. We can recognize the tense from the verb. Finding the verb, s has been added, and it is changed. Finite verb is changed according to the tense and according to the number, person of the subject, and then it expresses the full meaning of the speaker. Finite verb certainly expresses the full meaning of the speaker. So if we take the four words from the sentence, the book seems nice expresses the full meaning of the speaker. And then there is another verb left in the sentence, kept on the table. What type of verb it is? There is a question that may arise in your mind, that what type of sentence, what type of verb it is, whether it is finite or non-finite verb. Kept on the table, the book kept on the table doesn't express the full meaning of the speaker. And kept, the word, what type of form has been used in the word kept? Keep, kept. This is the past form or past participle form has been used here, and it doesn't function as a verb here in the sentence. It actually expresses the function works as an adjective to post modify the word book. You know what type of parts of speech the book is. Do you know? This is a noun. Book is object that is used for study. It's a noun, and kept is a word that V3 or V3 verb, past participle form of the verb has been used in the word, and that post modify the word book. Kept on the table is a phrase adjective phrase, past participle phrase that post modifies the word book. Okay, I think you have understood the difference, the finite and non-finite verb. Kept is a non-finite verb and seems is finite verb in the sentence. And then there is another sentence that has been used for your better understanding. I know the boy standing on the road. I know the boy standing on the road. There are two verbs here in the sentence, know and standing. These are two verbs. Do you know what type of verb they are? I know the boy. Can express the meaning. I know the boy. Express the full meaning of the speaker, and there is additional phrase here, standing on the road, that does not express the meaning, and standing verb and ing modifies the word boy. Boy is a noun and it's post modifies the word standing. And this is a present indefinite tense, subject plus V1. The structure has been used in the sentence, and this is present indefinite tense, and standing cannot express the tense in the sentence because without having a be verb before verb plus ing cannot form a tense. So this is a non-finite verb in the sentence, and no is a finite verb in the sentence. I think you have clearly understood the difference between finite and non-finite verb, and this is the basic conception that you need to understand, keep in your mind whenever you will go through the grammatical items. And there are some forms of the classification of these two types of verb. Finite verb has been classified into two types, principal and auxiliary verb. In my next class I will try my best to make you understand or acquainted about these types of verbs. Principal verb has been classified into two types, transitive and intransitive verb. Auxiliary verb has been classified into three types, primary, modal and semi-modal auxiliaries. And then primary auxiliaries has been classified into three types, to be, to do and to have. These are the classification of finite verb, and non-finite verb is also classified in different ways. In my next class I will try my best to clarify the idea about verb, and that will help you to understand clearly about verbs. So try to concentrate more on your study, remaining at your home, and follow our lectures, follow our classes arranged by Tala Mohila College. And at last I remember you about myself. I am Shubhendu Chakraborty, lecturer in English, Tala Mohila College, and try to follow my classes, our classes arranged by our college, and remaining at your home, try to continue your study. That will help you for your better understanding. Thank you very much for attending my classes, and in my next class I will talk with you more about different topics. Thank you very much.